turbulent rivers and treacherous rapids, with a loud, thunderous roar, constantly flowing. The art of Chinese painting, one of the world's visual treasures. It has been a long, long history. So many famous artists shining like stars in the heavens. Generation after generation, it was they who developed the art. In the 20th century, another rising star is born. His name is Ramon Song. The fragrance of incense, the wisps of smoke, gently mingle with music. He uses his painter's hand to strum the strings of the guqing, painting with the sounds of 1,000 years. In carving his chops, he uses his artist's vision to control the cut. He uses his artistic instinct to combine the spirits of both Chinese opera and imaginative Chinese brushwork. Ramon Song started calligraphy when he was a child. He studied many different styles, and his mastery of the art reflects the close connection of calligraphy and painting. He uses his brush intuitively. Even the most difficult strokes appear easy in his hand. The brush speaks his feeling. There is joy in every stroke. His art reveals the evidence of yin and yang, the long and the short, the wide and the narrow. His paints are metaphors which reveal the contrasts, diversity, and riches of the world. In all he does, Ramon prepares himself with the kind of inner strength a true artist needs in order to seize the brush and transform his soul to form. There have been numerous articles published on Ramon in both Chinese and English. He is listed in the directory of famous Chinese painters published by the Chinese government and in Cambridge's Who's Who. After graduating from the National University of Art in Beijing in 1984, Ramon then became a prominent professor and taught there until coming to Canada in 1991. Because of the 50 years of Western-style teaching at the Academy, Song recognized that China was losing its unique art tradition, and this motivated him to seek a remedy. He studied the ancient techniques and theories and decided to pass on some of the ideas to his students who were interested in preserving and fostering Chinese culture. Overcoming initial impediments, Song had, by 1989, eased himself into a position to restructure the art system at the highest academic level within the country. This revolution began as a challenge to the structure of the Western-influenced system in the major art institutions of China. Through countless essays and articles frequently appearing throughout major Chinese art publications, Song gained influence among his peers and presented his views to the Academy directors. Vision of a new Chinese art could only be supported by restructuring a new art philosophy at the universities, since these highest institutions are the root of art culture in China. As a leader, he was able to change the system. From this, a new approach to art instruction and theory in China was born. Ramon draws his inspiration from the paintings of the Ming Dynasty. The Ming Dynasty is considered to be the most prominent period of Chinese portrait painting. However, the rigid style associated with the traditional human figure painting tends to produce somewhat mechanical results. Consequently, it declined with the end of the Ming Dynasty. It wasn't until less than 100 years ago when Western techniques, which strive to bring out the spirit of the subjects without suggesting any incidental ideas of the artists, was introduced to China. Figure paintings have since become popular again. However, by using the Western techniques with the traditional Chinese style, portraits failed to catch the spirit of the subjects. With the training of traditional Chinese painting as a background and a long-time study of Western techniques, Ramon was able to create a totally new style for the modern Chinese detailed portrait paintings. His art is also nurtured from his extensive knowledge of Chinese literature and philosophy. His ability to achieve harmony between Eastern and Western art has enabled him to revive the declining fate of Chinese portrait painting. When talking about his process of creation, Ramon explains that the beginning of his work usually starts with a few sketches and a short period of observation. Based on his impression and the sketches, he then works on his portrait without having the model sitting in front of him. When almost finished, he would ask his model to come back for the final touch-up. Ramon's portraits originate from his friends, who are the ordinary people living in his daily life. Under his brushes, they are distinguished for their elegance and primitive simplicity. Ramon catches the essence of these people and endows them with spirits. In other words, Ramon uses his subjects as a medium for expressing his thoughts and feelings inside.